Well, I've been married 46 years now. Caleb's 42, 44. 44. Had a good bringing up. I never wanted for anything. My dad was a dentist. I ended up going to a military school down in Gainesville, Georgia for a year. From there, I went to college and of course, the whole time, the party life, the drinking, smoking, weed, and everything else. And that was the beginning of my downfall.
I grew up in a trailer that my dad got out of the 72 flood, had it taken up to Perry County. We lost our farm through my dad's gambling, and I was told my dad was one of the best plumbers in Harrisburg, and we never had running water, so I think there's a little discrepancy in that. But I graduated from high school, and I was just brought up the way I was brought up. You know, we hunted squirrels, so we had something to eat. It was a different way, but you know what? I made it. And God was watching me then, but I didn't know it. Well, my friend Alice and George were the ones that introduced us. He brought me down and I lived with them. And
I just kept going over to the helm to see my friend. But it wasn't really George, it was Julie. About a year later, I asked her to get married, not in the normal way that anybody would think.
I was down in the yard. I was out here, we were farming, and I was out sitting in the yard. And he come on over with the tractor, got off and sat down beside me. He goes, "When do you think we get married?" I was like, "All right." And he got back up on the tractor.
Months later, we were married.
When I got pregnant with Caleb, I knew I was pregnant. I knew it. We had Caleb. I had the best pregnancy. I loved being pregnant. Then when they had put me to sleep, and I had the doctor waking me up, and he said, "We've had some complications." I remember looking at him going, "Okay, what?" He goes, "Well, he doesn't have arms." And he said, and he has very, very, very low platelets. I'm like, "Okay, what does that mean?" He goes, "Well, he could bleed to death." Well, meanwhile, I was losing a lot of blood just for whatever they had to do, because it was an emergency C-section.
Sure, yeah.
So he was close to death, and I was heading that way. But they wheeled me over, and they had him in a little, it reminded me of what are those things, roasters? Like it sits on your counter and you take the lid down, pull the tray out, and then there was Caleb. That's what I was seeing, and I'm thinking, "Oh my Lord, I had a turkey." And when he was pulled out on that tray, I was looking up at him, and Caleb, he turned his head and looked right at me. It was just such a bold stare between him and I. And I just had a comfort, like, okay, everything's gonna be all right. I remember Lamar sitting there, and we were just having a quiet moment, and he looked at me and he goes, "What are we gonna do?" Because a lot goes through your head. I mean, a whole lot goes through your head. And I remember rolling over and I looked at him and I said, "You know what? He's our child. We're gonna love him, we're gonna raise him." After that, I don't know what to do.
It was a real scary time with Caleb, and I can remember mowing up on the top pasture. "Why, Lord? Why did you do this to us?" I knew of Jesus, but I didn't really know him the way I should have known him. But I was always questioning God after that. And but through the years as they went on, Caleb taught us more than we taught him.
Mm-hmm. Before we found Jesus, we had tons of friends. As long as there was beer in the fridge, man, you have all the friends you need. Well, when God started changing us, the friends just started disappearing.
From that point on, my life, the alcohol left. Jesus delivered me from the alcohol. After that, I went into a 2-year depression. He delivered me from that. And for years, I was taking pharmaceutical drugs to go to sleep. And God God delivered me from all that.
Then we started going through life. We had to come up with adaptations for him to reach and just all kinds of stuff. We didn't have YouTube either. We were just coming up with brain things. And we have sticks all over this house with hooks on them and forks on the bottom. There's a reason. I mean, he had 14 leg operations. I was told he's never going to walk, he's never this, he's never that. And I remember sitting in this meeting with these surgeons, and I looked at him and I said, how do you know? How do you know what he's going to be able to do? Well, and I'm like, do you have a child like this? Have you, don't sit and just make our world go down further where we feel lost. He's going to show me what he can do and can't do.
But thank to God we're still here. We're living in the original farmhouse.
We've lived in this house. When I first came back, when my friend brought me back, she said, I'm going to show you where you'll probably be living with Lamar. I'm like, all right. We looked in that door, and I'm looking in, and I'm like, Alice, there's no floor. And there was a groundhog. I said, I am not living, I need a floor. I lived with stuff in the trailer without, and I think it's time to jump over that bridge and get stuff. I need a floor. Well, he was already fixing it up. He did every window and the floor, and we did live rough. We lived without, but we made things work.
My dream always coming up, I'd rather live on a shack on some ground than live in a mansion where you got people around you. And in a way, that came true.
Yeah.
It's better than a shack, though. And this new one coming, whoa.
This home is all we've known, is seen a lot of people. That's why I called it Misfit Farm, because we had a lot of people that needed a place to stay. So we always had an open door. I told him the other day when we were back there, I said, Phil, I cannot vision seeing a house there. That was a field that we farmed for 46 years. I can see the field. We know where the wet spots are. We know where it's going to be soft. Be careful if you mow or be careful if you plow, whatever. Plus, it's all going to be on one floor. Then he started telling me there'll be no steps whatsoever. And I'm going to have a front porch and a back porch. I mean, it's little things like this. And I have a family room. I mean, who does that? Who has a family room? Apparently a lot of people, but I'm excited. He has his end of the house and we'll have ours. That's cool.
And another thing I'm excited about is that in this house, she's like, why is the table slid over to the left or right? Like, I was trying to get into the cupboard. So I'm always like at night, like when they're in bed or whatever, and I'm going to get at something, I got to slide the table back and forth. And then I slide it back the next morning or whatever and then go. But it's going to be nice that I don't have to like move furniture to get around to different parts of the house.
Phil's even looking to the rest of the house to have adaptations that he'll be able to reach stuff. The sink, he'll be able to go under it and go up to it.
With the stove too, like the cooking stove or whatever, like it'll just be where I can just roll up to it and reach it without turning. Like now I raise my seat up and I have to lean over and this is in the way or whatever, and so it'll be a lot easier.
I would just like to take a moment to just say thank you to each and every one. I just can't believe that all this is happening. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for using your gifts that the Lord has blessed you with. You're really making a family pretty much go crazy because we never did this before, but we just want to thank you so much.
The financial backers, the the planners, the architects, the computer people, the CAD people, that you all working together on this project, and Phil has coordinated you all to be able to come together for our family. We are thanking the Creator that this has all come about, but we also thank you that you are some wonderful people.
When Phil came out and said what he wanted to do, I was just in awe. I just can't believe that this is happening. He put us all in mind when he was thinking about doing this, but also put me on the front burner, as in making it handicap accessible, making it everything down, even to the fuse box, making it low where I can reach it, saying about putting the shut-off valves for the water valves where I can reach it in case there's a leak or whatever. I'm just very thankful, and I'm excited about what's going to happen, and I appreciate everything that you all are doing for us.